Green light up, off and racing this time, showing some pace towards the outside. Silent Tanya in the early stages. Sir Lucky back in the centre, and Lots of Tricks begun okay along the inside. Silent Tanya will lead them out of the straight, short of 2 laps to go. Lots of Tricks drives up along the inside to be second. Sir Lucky works up without cover. In behind them, Admiral Phillip in the early stages. One's gone for a gallop out wider. There came Dodgem. As they settle down into stride into the back straight on the first occasion, Silent Tanya 5 metres in front. In second placing is Lots of Tricks. Then over on the outside, Sir Lucky. Getting up along the pegs came Admiral Phillip. The next one back is the Silken Thomas. Being passed now, making ground 3 wide, Pav's Pastime. And behind them then Bara Joanne. And after an early mistake, Dodgem is tailed off last of all. They'll swing into the straight to face the bell this time. Silent Tanya a metre or so in front. Continuing to make ground 3 wide. Now working into the death seat came Pav's Pastime. In behind them then Lots of Tricks. Now in the 1x1. Admiral Phillip back along the inside. 5 metres away then in the running line came Sir Lucky. Over on the outside the Silken Thomas. Second to last is Bara Joanne. And last of all, about 20 metres away came Dodgem. They've heard the bell. They head to the back, short of 800 to go in the first. And the leader Silent Tanya. A couple of metres in front, Pav's Pastime second. Admiral Phillip behind the leader third. In the 1x1 came Lots of Tricks. Next pair back, Bara Joanne the inside of Sir Lucky. Then came the Silken Thomas, and last of all is Dodgem along the back straight the last time at the 450 metre mark. Silent Tanya still a metre or so in front of Pav's Pastime. Lots of Tricks now comes out 3 wide to make ground. In behind them Admiral Phillip, between runners Bara Joanne. Out wider came Sir Lucky. They've sprinted clear on the other pair, the Silken Thomas and Dodgem. Into the straight, they're about to swing. Silent Tanya a narrow leader. The danger though is Lots of Tricks out 3 wide, and then between runners Pav's Pastime and wider out Bara Joanne about to join in. Lots of Tricks has gone to the lead. Bara Joanne tries to get it. It has got it on the outside. Bara Joanne going home the better than Lots of Tricks. Bara Joanne scores a metre, Lots of Tricks. Third up along the inside, Silent Tanya. Sir Lucky next in from Pav's Pastime. Long gap back then Admiral Phillip. Dodgem, and last in the Silken Thomas. Weight out placings, race number 1. Green light comes up. They're often racing in the second here at Fairfield, and towards the centre, driving out well was Bara Karen. Hunting up Prince Rakeem will hold the inside running. From Bara Karen, between runners Ryan's Roasted, trapped a little wide around the first turn was Reese Bromack. Out of the straight towards the back on the first occasion, and Prince Rakeem retains the inside. Up to second, Bara Karen on the outside. Third in the 1x1, Ryan's Rose. Getting up along the inside, XL Oris. Then came the next one on the outside was Reese Bromack. The favourite got away okay. Rambro, it's in the running line. Back along the inside came Ben Matt. And last of all was Louis Made It. Along the back straight they swing at the lap and a half mark. And here's a move. Reese Bromack works around to the lead now. In second placing, Prince Rakeem the pegs. Ryan's Rose cuts the breeze third. XL Oris is fourth along the inside. Then came making ground 3 wide around them Rambro in the early stages. Further back then came Bara Karen. Back along the inside then was Ben Matt, and last of all was Louis Made It. Into the straight they hear the bell, and over on the inside Reese Bromack. Narrow leader. The favourite Rambro gets within a metre on the outside. Third Prince Rakeem along the pegs. Ryan's Rose is next in the running line. Working around them 3 wide Louis Made It. Back in the centre Bara Karen. XL Oris up along the inside, and last of all now is Ben Matt. They've heard the bell. They head to the back on the last occasion. Reese Bromack a couple of metres in front of Rambro second, cutting the breeze. In behind them Prince Rakeem. Then came further back making some ground out 3 wide Louis Made It. Back in the centre then as they work along the back on the final occasion was Ryan's Rose. XL Oris back along the pegs from Bara Karen. Ben Matt last of all. They start to bunch on the top circle. Reese Bromack a metre or so in front of the favourite Rambro the outside second. Then came came Prince Rakeem looking for the way clear. Ryan's Rose, and further out on the track, Louis made it. And at the head of the rest, XL Oris. They swing the home turn. Reese Bromack a metre in front. The danger could be Rambro on the outside. Then came behind them Prince Rakeem, and further back Ryan's Rose with Louis made it. The shadows of the post, though, are going home a little bit better on the outside. Rambro fighting back Reese Bromack. They hit it. Reese Bromack's kicked back to win from Rambro. Third's tight. XL Oris the inside, Ryan's Rose the centre, and out wider Louis made it. In behind them then came Bara Karen, second last Prince Rakeem, and last of all was Ben Matt. Good driving go between Rambro and Reese Bromack in the run home. And Reese Bromack kept kicking back and finding something. Rambro was ranging up on the outside, might have even got level.
Jordan and Nixa Beach getting set for the third. Mobile coming into the straight. Dispatch point about to come up. They're set. Ready. Off they go. The green light comes up. Away they go. CR Cam driven with speed towards the centre in the early stages, hunting up Men2 Roy between runners Porky Bill as they settle down and out of the straight, short of 2 to go. And over on the outside, CR Cam, he wanted the lead, but Men2 Roy's hunted up to join him as they head into the back straight the first time. From the second row, Nixa Beach got up to third along the pegs. They're followed by on the outside Porky Bill. The next one, Just Con, followed by Fetcher Penny, the outside of Bull Jordan. Clifton Crusader, then up along the inside Nitro Khan, and Satara's gone back to the rear of the field. They sort themselves out, and along the back the first time, and taking over in front CR Cam, strides clear, 5 metres in front, Men2 Roy second, whipping around them Fetcher Penny up into the death seat, in behind them Nixa Beach along the inside, one off the fence then was Porky Bill, next one in the running line was Just Con, Nitro Khan the inside, followed by Bull Jordan, Satara second last of all Clifton Crusader. They hear the bell with just over a lap to go, and over on the inside it's CR Cam, a narrow leader, joining it on the outside Fetcher Penny with a lap to go. In behind them then Men2 Roy locked away, Porky Bill back in the centre, then came whipping around them 3 wide Clifton Crusader, Nixa Beach back on the inside of Just Con as they head to the back the last time, Nitro Khan the inside, followed by Bull Jordan second last, and Satara brings up the rear. Along the back they go, CR Cam, Fetcher Penny together in the lead. Then came working around them 3 wide Clifton Crusader, looking for the run behind the leader Men2 Roy. Then came Nixa Beach the inside, Porky Bill starting to drop off, Just Con around it, followed by Nitro Khan, Bull Jordan, Satara last of all. They swing off the back straight, out 3 wide Clifton Crusader, might be a narrow leader. CR Cam back along the inside between runners Fetcher Penny, Nixa Beach looking for the way clear, and here's Just Con out very wide. In the centre Clifton Crusader's a narrow leader, but Just Con's the one on the outside. Just Con races to the lead, late Men2 Roy out, but Just Con pulling out plenty. Nixa Beach the inside, flying home. Nixa Beach has got him. Maybe just got up from Just Con. They're wide apart though. Third place in Clifton Crusader. In behind them then to pull up was Men2 Roy. Further back then came Bull Jordan. In behind them then Fetcher Penny, CR Cam. Well back out of it Porky Bill, Nitro Khan, Satara. Oh, it could be next to it Lombo Harada, Gypsy Pronto, JB's Monarch, Carso Tiger, Flamin' Bill and Tonos, the front row runners. And on the second row is Evil Rama. Mobile rolling into the back. 4th event here at Fairfield today. Now Evil Rama's gone for a few skips out the back, settles back into its gear. Gypsy Pronto's galloped, and back off the gate, Flamin' Bill. Stand by. They're set. He lets them go. The green light comes off. Often racing, Skimming Stone along the inside, and Lombo Harada in a great battle for the early lead and settling down into stride. Lombo Harada will take over. Skimming Stone second, third JB's Monarch along the inside of Tonos. Then came in the running line Carso Tiger, Evil Rama, and after a slow beginning, Flamin' Bill is second last, and tailed off last of all Gypsy Pronto. Into the straight the first time, they'll come down with 2 laps to go, and Tonos over on the outside, having a crack for the lead here, and we'll get it. Tonos works to the lead. In second placing, Lombo Harada, the pegs. Then came Skimming Stone. The first one off the inside is Carso Tiger. In behind them, JB's Monarch, Evil Rama. About 20 metres away then Flamin' Bill, and the best part of 80 metres away last of all is Gypsy Pronto. Into the back straight now at the lap and 3/4 mark. And leading up as they head into the back was Tonos, a couple of metres in front, Lombo Harada second. There followed by in third placing came Skimming Stone. In behind them JB's Monarch. One off the fence then was Carso Tiger. In behind them Evil Rama. A gap back then Flamin' Bill and Gypsy Pronto last of all. They swing off the back straight at the lap and a half mark. Tonos a clear leader. In second placing Lombo Harada. Skimming Stone is third. JB's Monarch fourth. The only one off the inside is Carso Tiger over on the outside of Evil Rama. Tacking on now Flamin' Bill, and tailed off last of all Gypsy Pronto. They hear the bell with a little over a lap to go as they come down the straight, and Tonos clear leader, about 10 metres in front. Lombo Harada second. Coming off the pegs now, Skimming Stone into the running line. Working around them 3 wide. As they work into the back was Flamin' Bill. Back in the centre then came Carso Tiger. JB's Monarch comes one off. Then in behind them Evil Rama. And tailed off last of all Gypsy Pronto. Into the back Tonos, the leader, has galloped. Leaders gallop. This leaves now Skimming Stone in front. In second placing came JB's Monarch. They're followed by further back, getting up along the inside is Lombo Harada. Further back then making some ground, Carso Tiger. Evil Rama out off the track, Flamin' Bill. And Tonos has tacked back onto the main division. Race of changes. Skimming Stone clear. In second placing out after it now, JB's Monarch. Good gap back then, Evil Rama. Another one's gone for a gallop, Carso Tiger. As they swing into the straight, Skimming Stone, couple of metres in front. JB's Monarch peels off its back. They're clear then on Evil Rama, and Tonos getting going again. It's Skimming Stone, a narrow leader, but grabbing it in the centre quickly, JB's Monarch, and here's Tonos. Tonos down the outside, JB's Monarch, Tonos. Oh, JB's Monarch maybe from Tonos, who came again third placing, Skimming Stone. In behind them, Evil Rama. Further back, Flamin' Bill, Carso Tiger. Then came Lombo Harada, and just coming into the straight now, Gypsy Pronto. Plenty happening in that. Race number 4 at Fairfield. And this photo will rest between... Being called up. 5th event here at Fairfield today. Moving up behind the machine. Inside runner is Texas Rainbow. Gambling Greek can only be one. General Joe. Overnight Joe. Mr. Moon, Lady Emperor and Wizard's Magic. Just about ready. 2-year-old classic final, they're set. Green light goes up, off they go on racing. Down towards the centre there, can only be one, began smartly. Texas Rainbow hunting up in the early stages. Gambling Greek began okay, and Trap White in the early stages was Overnight Joe and General Joe as they head into the back straight on the first occasion. And the leader is Can Only Be One. 5 metres in front. Texas Rainbow settles behind the leader second. Gambling Greek, then came one off the fence, making ground around them, Wizard's Magic. In behind them then as they worked down the back the first time was Lady Emperor. It's on the inside of General Joe. Overnight Joe going forward 3 wide. And back to the rear was Mr. Moon. Along the back they go at the lap and a half mark, and the leader Can Only Be One, 5 metres in front. Wizard's Magic working around to second. Third behind the leader Texas Rainbow. Gambling Greek one off the fence in the 1x1 now. In behind them came Lady Emperor. They're followed by General Joe in the running line. Further back then Overnight Joe, and last of all is Mr. Moon. They swing into the straight to face the bell this time. Can Only Be One for Graham Rutherford in front. Metre or so, Wizard's Magic second the outside. Behind the leader Texas Rainbow. In the 1x1 then came Gambling Greek, tracked up in turn by General Joe, the outside of Lady Emperor. Then in behind them came Overnight Joe, and last of all was Mr. Moon. They put the bell behind them, short of a lap to go as they head into the back in the 2-year-old Classic final, and the leader can only be one, a metre or so in front of Wizard's Magic on the outside second, Texas Rainbow looking for the way out, then came Gambling Greek in the running line, tracked up in turn by General Joe, Lady Emperor next along the pegs, then came Overnight Joe, and Mr. Moon is last of all. They swing off the back towards the 400 metre mark, can only be one, a narrow leader, about to be joined by Wizard's Magic the outside. In behind them then came Gambling Greek in the running line, Texas Rainbow looking for the way clear. Then at the head of the rest as they work off the back was General Joe. Further back came Lady Emperor. As they swing into the home straight, can only be one, a narrow leader. Wizard's Magic about to grab it in the centre. Hooked out wider, Gambling Greek with a strong run. Can only be one, grabbed in the centre by Wizard's Magic. Trying hard, Gambling Greek. It's driving through in the centre. Wizard's Magic just in front, and Wizard's Magic's just got there. Can only be one, came again to get second. Gambling Greek third. In behind them, Texas Rainbow. Then came Overnight Joe, General Joe, Lady Emperor, and Mr. Moon. Good drive event from Fairfield today. Moving up, Velvet right up on the gate. Amort's lining up, a little bit tricky. Sainte Marie, any day now. Flyboys Fun, Hope for Henry. That's the field. 7 to contest the 6th event. Scratch point in the back straight. All pacing up behind the machine. 6th of 8 here at Fairfield today. Now they're set. Green light comes up, off they go and racing. Down on the inside, Flyboys Fun, the best away. Out wider on the track, showing some pace shortly after the start was Belbet. Eased in behind them, then came Any Day Now for the sit. In behind them came Hope for Henry. So settling down into stride, Belbet over on the outside, draws a neck in front of Flyboys Fun, retaining the inside. Any Day Now lands the 1 by 1. Back on the inside then was Hope for Henry as they turn into the straight the first time. Then Sainte Marie, followed by a Little Bit Tricky, and back at the rear is Amorts. Down past the judge, they'll come with 2 laps to go. Flyboys Fun now a clear leader, 3 metres in front. Belbet sitting up outside in second placing. Third behind the leader came Hope for Henry. Any Day Now in the 1 out and 1 back sit. Then Sainte Marie, followed by a Little Bit Tricky, and Amorts is back at the rear. Into the back straight they head at the lap and 3/4 mark, and Flyboys Fun the leader. In second placing over on the outside came Belbet, then came in behind them Hope for Henry. Any Day Now. Amorts whipping around them 3 wide. In behind them Sainte Marie, and last of all now is Little Bit Tricky. Along the back straight they go at the lap and a half mark. Flyboys Fun the leader, and Mort's continuing to make ground 3 wide. Back in the centre Belbet. Hope for Henry in behind the leader. Then the next one was Any Day Now in the running line, followed by Sainte Marie, and Little Bit Tricky is back at the rear of the field. They swing into the straight to face the bell this time. Flyboys Fun the leader, and Mort's has worked up to the leader's wheel second. Hope for Henry third behind the leader. And 1 out and 1 back now is Belbet. In behind them then as they work down past the judge with a lap to go is Any Day Now. Sainte Marie back second last, and last of all is Little Bit Tricky. Into the back straight they go, short of 800 out. Flyboys Fun, couple of metres in front of the favourite Amorts in second placing. Hope for Henry behind the leader. 1 out and 1 back is Belbet. Then the next one in the running line came Any Day Now, hooking out 3 wide now. Tracking it home was Sainte Marie, and Little Bit Tricky going up on the inside. Along the back straight, midway between the far turns last lap. Flyboys Fun a metre in front, and Mort's about to go on the outside in second placing. Then came Hope for Henry looking for the way clear. Any Day Now grinding away 3 wide. Back between runners Belbet, Sainte Marie. Little Bit Tricky last of all. They're about to swing the home turn. Flyboys Fun still a couple of metres in front. Mort's about to be asked for the effort. Looking for the way clear, Hope for Henry, and wider out Sainte Marie winding up. In the straight, Flyboys Fun gets a couple of metres in front. Down the outside, here's Sainte Marie with a strong burst, and Little Bit Tricky from near last. Sainte Marie's gone to the lead from Little Bit Tricky. Sainte Marie gets the money. Maybe Little Bit Tricky second. Flyboys Fun back along the inside. Hope for Henry between runners with Belbet. In behind them Amorts, and last of all was Any Day Now. Another keen affair. Race number 6. Judges' numbers about to go up. You'll find Sainte Marie is the winner here. Numbers about to be placed in the frame. after the running of race 6, the Doris O'Brien Memorial here at Fairfield. Stand by for play coming up with the Red Earth, Colvin. Kublai Khan lines up with Praise and Glory. Carl. Motu Jeans Boy. Kerwin. Kublai Khan getting into formation now. Heading towards the back straight and dispatch point around to the judge and 2 laps of the track. Race 7 here at Fairfield today, at the Trot Dome. Second last, they're set to go. Ready. Green light up, off and racing. Towards the centre, showing some pace, was Carl will lead on, settling down. Wider out, Colvin in the early stages. Albert George driving between runners, and Praise and Glory up there as well. Settling down into stride, and Carl takes over in front. A clear leader now. Albert George second, driving up along the inside, Kerwin. Colvin trapped a little wide. Praise and Glory in behind them from Motu Jeans Boy. The Red Earth out 3 wide. In behind them, Kublai Khan. And last of all, as they come down the straight the first time, was Elwood Blues. Down past the judge with 2 laps to go, and a clear leader is Carl, whipping around them 3 wide, the Red Earth. Driving up in the centre, Colvin. Up on the 3 wide line, Kublai Khan. Albert George back between runners. They're followed by Kerwin up along the inside. Then in behind them, Praise and Glory. Back to second last as they head into the back was Motu Jeans Boy, and Elwood Blues last of all. Still this line of 3 up front. On the inside, Carl. In the centre, the Red Earth, and having no peace out 3 wide, Kublai Khan. In behind them then came Kerwin. Back along the outside in the running line then came Colvin. Further back was Albert George. Praise and Glory, a good gap back then, came Elwood Blues, and one's pulled up out of the race, and that was Motu Jeans Boy. They swing into the straight. They'll face the bell this time. Carl a narrow leader. Eventually Kublai Khan's worked up to the 1 out line. In behind them then 1 by 1 now the Red Earth, followed by Kerwin the inside. Colvin is next in the running line. In behind them Praise and Glory, Albert George, and last of the main bunch was Elwood Blues. They go past the judge with a lap to go. Nothing between Carl the inside, Kublai Khan the outer. The Red Earth in the 1 by 1. Back along the inside, Kerwin as they head to the back. There, followed by the next pair back. Praise and Glory coming 1 off the fence now, pushing out 3 wide, Colvin. In behind them came Albert George, and galloping back at the rear, Elwood Blues. Along the back they go the final time. Carl a metre in front. Trying hard on the outside is Kublai Khan, looking for the way clear, Kerwin. Then came the Red Earth, followed by Praise and Glory getting up along the pegs. In behind them, Colvin. Then the next one was Albert George, and tailed off last of all now is Elwood Blues. They swing the home turn. Carl the narrow leader. The Red Earth could be the one running on strongly. Kublai Khan still there between runners. Colvin wider out. In the straight, the Red Earth's gone to the lead. Colvin grabbing it though quickly. Colvin's gone to the lead now. Down the outside, Albert George late, but Colvin drawing clear near the line, and Colvin will win. Colvin by about 5 metres. Second, give it to Albert George just on the outside ahead of the Red Earth. In behind them was Praise and Glory, Kublai Khan. Further back was Carl. Then back behind them as well came Kerwin. Last of the main bunch. Being called forward now. Final event today. Number 10, Rambunctious Boy, $361.40 was the favourite. And a second pick, equally shared between 4 Joe Moon and 7 LJ's Buccaneer at the $5.70 quote. Up behind the machine for race number 8. Dispatch point in the back straight, around to the judge and 2 laps. Right up on the gate is pretty much next to it the equal second lick Joe Moon. They're just about set. Ready to go in the last. Green light comes up. They're off and racing a fairly even line. 2 out wide, showing some pace. Wide Coyote in the early stages. Might go around them to lead. It does. And Wide Coyote leads settling down. Second placing held by Admiral's Fella up along the pegs. 1 off the fence was Pretty Much. Then came Joe Moon, trapped a little wide in the early stages. In behind them, 3 back, the inside came 15 plus. Mastered its outside from Rambunctious Boy. In behind them, the Lamplighter. Further back then in second last placing Timon and Pumbaa, and LJ's Buccaneer brings up the rear. Down past the judge with 2 to go. pretty much the leader, a clear leader too. In second placing, Admiral's Fella. Cutting the breeze in third placing, Joe Moon, the outside of 15 plus. The next pair back as they head to the back, the Lamplighter, followed by pretty much its outside. Hooking wide towards the rear. In fact, it went for a gallop there as it was about to come out 3 wide, LJ's Buccaneer. Just ahead of it was Mastered Rambunctious Boy Timonim Pumba, heading into the back straight once again at the lap and a half mark. White Coyote the leader, 6 metres in front. Admiral's Fella is second. Over on the outside, Joe Moon, 3 back the pegs, 15 plus. Working around the Mastered 3 wide. Then came back in the centre pretty much, followed by back along the inside came the Lamplighter. Rambunctious Boy Timonim and Pumba, and LJ's Buccaneer 20 metres away last of all. They swing into the straight. They'll face the bell this time in the last at Fairfield. White Coyote a metre in front. Mastered's worked up to the leader's wheel second. Admiral's Fella behind the leader. Joe Moon in the running line. Out 3 wide, making some ground, Timon and Pumba. On its back is Rambunctious Boy. Back between runners then came Pretty Much. Further back the pegs was 15 plus. Behind it the Lamplighter. And LJ's Buccaneer still some 15 metres off the main bunch. Into the back, short of a lap to go in the last, and leading them into the back straight was Wide Coyote, couple of metres in front. In second placing is Mastered on the outside, then making ground 3 wide, Timon and Pumba. Admiral's Fella might get clear shortly from behind the leader. And behind them then as they work off the back was Rambunctious Boy out wide, up pretty much in the running line there. Further back in the field then came Joe Moon, who's been shuffled back, and last of the main division, the Lamplighter. They are about to swing into the home straight. Wide Coyote again gets a couple of metres in front. Of in second placing in the centre, Timon and Pumba. Behind the leader looking for the way clear, Admiral's Fella. Rambunctious Boy out very wide. In the straight, Wide Coyote still a metre in front. Now grabbing it, Rambunctious Boy in the centre and getting up along the inside, Admiral's Fella. Rambunctious Boy drifting off the trackers in front. Admiral's Fella finishing strongly. Rambunctious Boy. I reckon Rambunctious Boys just got there. They're wide apart. Admiral's Fella the inside. Between runners, Wide Coyote for third. Joe Moon next. Then came 15 plus. Wider out Pretty Much. Then came LJ's Buccaneer. Timon and Pumba Mastered. And last in was the Lamplighter. Wait our placings. Wide apart here. I think you'll find Rambunctious Boy, but we'll stand by for the judge.